So I guess you have already installed a Node in your computer, right? Okay, if you don't know whether you have installed your Node, you can open your terminal and type node-v, which means version. And if it pops up a version, then you already installed Node successfully. Yeah, congratulations. And let's go back to the actual stuff. Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to set up your Node server. That is pretty exciting, right? So you can open a folder, whatever your name, you can call it. I'm gonna call my folder AI in Health tutorial, and it's going to have two files. The first file is the design PNG, and the second file is the markdown file that I have created just to remind me what should I say. Okay, after you have created your own folder, you can go to the terminal. Okay, I assume that you already downloaded the VS Code and you successfully, the VS Code is pretty easy. Whether you are a Mac user or a Windows user, you can use it without any difficulties. So, okay, you probably opened this window. So I'm going to ask you to open this thing called terminal. So we don't have to open another external terminal ourselves. We can just access the terminal here. So I'm going to ask you to type with me. Okay, we are going to use the Node package manager npm to create our project. So the first method we're going to use is called npm init. Okay, and hit enter. This is going to create the node manager in our folder, node package manager in our folder. So you can say my package name. You can see my package name is AI Health tutorial, right? I don't want to change that name. So I will hit enter. And the package name, the version, I don't have to specify, okay. And description, I can say this is my my tutorial. And the entry point, yeah, index.js, that's the default stuff. Yeah, we don't have to tamper with it. Just hit enter, 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 and okay, yes. Now you can see we have another file called package.json, and all the information about our Node.js and our project name stuff is all here. Okay, so we are going to install another package called Express and another one called NodeMon. We're going to use these two packages later. Okay, after you successfully installed your packages, you should see here in the dependencies, we have two extra libraries. One is called Express, the other one is called NodeMon. And after you finish that, we're going to create a file. Let's see, we call it index.js file. So because you can see, okay, we have a min that is our entry point. It's called index.js. So we call it index.js. Okay, so now we are going to set up our server. Just type with me, okay? Const express. It's going to express require. So this function is to import, it's going to import the Express library for us. And we're going to create our server by using a function called Express. So Express itself is actually a function. App is our server. We call it app. So in order for this app to run, we need to also identify the port that we want our server to listen to. So we can say port equal to 5000. We want it to listen to the port 5000 and just listen to the port. And we're going to give it a callback function. So if our server successfully listened to the port, then we're going to ask him to console log Okay, server is listening to 5,000. Okay, and we are also need to specify an entry point, an endpoint. It's going to be a get method. So get from our home directory. We just assume our home directory of this file to be /. Okay. So when the browser asks for the home directory, it's going to access this function. Okay, and request. This is called a request, and this is called a request, and this one is called a response. This is a callback function. It's going to access this function. Okay, whatever inside this function, I can call it just console log. Okay, I just console log. Okay, request from home directory. So now we can go to the terminal and type with me node1 index.js. Now you can see we are listening to our port 5,000. That is correct. And if we go to the browser, we can say localhost 5,000. Right now it's waiting for a response because we didn't give it any response. But you can see the function is executing, right? You say request from the home directory successfully. That is amazing. And if we want to say we want to respond to the request, we can say JSON. Yeah, I want to respond with a JSON file. Okay, name is called success. And we can request again. So it's going to give us the result, a JSON object. We get it. So that is how you set up a node server. Pretty easy.